Hello and welcome to KSB TV. The last week we were not streaming, and this week there is so much things going on that we just thought we had to inform all our Hexican community members on the things that are going on. And you already saw it in the thumbnail. The big topic of today is Pulse Bitcoin, and of course we'll talk about Pulse Dogecoin as well a little bit. But first, I want to catch up with Hex Lion here and ask him, Patrick, what did you do the last couple of days? I know yesterday you were really busy with Pulse Bitcoin and researching everything, and we talked a lot. So this will be something on the stream. But is there anything else besides Pulse Bitcoin that excites you right now?
Yeah, I mean, the crypto market in general always excites me. There is always more than just one thing to talk about. And I mean, obviously, I'm just like one human. So me personally, even like being full time on the crypto market, so to speak, I'm also not keeping up like with every little detail and every little coin which does something new. Beginning of the week, actually, I was a little sick, but already feeling way better. And as you already mentioned yesterday, pretty busy with the new thing with Pulse Bitcoin. Actually, the last 2 days, because it's only since 2 days that we have the white paper for.
And maybe we can talk about that a little bit for our American community here, because we were in the German community active a lot, right? And there we had so much engagement for Pulse Bitcoin, Pulse Dogecoin. The people want to know about these topics. So this is what we will concentrate especially on today. But right now we want to look into the chat. We have Naim here in the chat already. Time passed. So right now it's the time for you to like and subscribe this video to bring everybody along, because we have awesome news to share with Pulse Bitcoin. It's going to be really interesting. And like always, I want to screen share my screen here before we start, and then we can start. All right, Pulse Dogecoin. This is exactly the topic of today, Patrick. So I think these are the official places where I get all my information about Pulse Dogecoin, what new things there are going on, about also Pulse Bitcoin. And also there's something new that I just saw, which is Pulse Litecoin. But today it will go about Pulse Dogecoin and Pulse Bitcoin, because there we have a lot of things that we can do and that we want to explore. And Patrick, I want to ask you about the things that you do besides crypto, all our events that you are planning. You are working really close with Kaylin together on planning all our events. And right now I'm here on ksb.tv, and maybe we can talk a little bit about what we see here for like 5 minutes before we get into our crypto stuff, because what you see here is all the information that we put on the site here a couple of months ago, and this is a little bit outdated, right? So all the things that you see with San Diego and Reno, Chicago, this is just a tentative thing. So do you have maybe new thoughts
But
about
they
it
are
or
not
updates?
outdated. So they are not outdated. So our tentative schedule was like starting in February. But as you all know, Million Pulse Tour can only start with Pulse Chain being on the market, and there we don't have like too much information. So we are still waiting for informations, but we have so the first two stops, like in February and in March. So for February, for example, we also have a tentative venue. And if Pulse Chain is not launching in time, our plan is to do a general crypto workshop on at this venue on this day. So there is not like too much outdated. It's only like that new information will be released once Pulse Chain comes out. That's like the only thing I can tell you when it comes to the 1 million Pulse Tour, but it's not like outdated. There are still people in the background, who are looking forward to host a workshop in the future. There are still people in the background who are looking forward to be a speaker at the event in the future, and so on. So there is still work in progress, but everybody is waiting, as we are as well, for Pulse Chain to come out. And once Pulse Chain comes out, we will have better and more clear information. But as of right now, we are also focusing on doing a crypto event in February next year. But let's speak about the more near future, because in a little bit more than 1 month, in like 6 weeks from now, Hex will have its third birthday, and the third birthday of Hex we will celebrate in San Diego over a couple of days. So it will start with a get together on a rooftop bar. Then the 2nd of December, the actual Hex birthday, will be starting off with a yacht party over midday, and then in the afternoon with a nightclub party with just let's celebrate with the Hexicans together, you know. And then on the next day we have a meet crypto enthusiasts event. So like just a casual event. It's a pool party, and the idea is to get together, you know, all the crypto enthusiasts, not only Hexicans in particular, and casually talk and network the whole day about crypto.
But everybody who is interested in crypto, right? Yeah, exactly. So these are the events here that we are planning on. These are really close in the future. Patrick said it, December 1st to 3rd. And I'm so excited to see all the Hexicans again. And if you want to have like an all-inclusive package, a package where you do not need to care about tickets and hotel anymore, then this all-inclusive package here is the right choice for you. And at least this is what I got here. I think this is... yeah, a good package for really good value, right? You have a lot of things included in this package. The hotel is included, so it's actually a really, really good deal. That's what I think. And then, Patrick, the last thing before we dive into our crypto topic is the Hex cruise, right? And I think there are not too many information about that out, right? It's all
next week we have a stream with Discord Syndicate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, guys, you should come to the stream because there we will inform you about a big Hexican influencer who will come on the cruise as well.
All right, so I have not even heard about that. You see here the cruise April 24th, 2023 for 4 days, and everybody should reserve their tickets right now because I think it's only $100 to reserve them, and then the ticket price is also not too expensive. So I'm really excited for this event in the future as well. And you guys now, right now, I want to say again hello to the chat because we have a couple more guys here, and I want to see the like number go up a little bit. So hit the like and subscribe. And now, Patrick, why don't we jump into the interesting topic that we have today, which is Pulse Bitcoin and Pulse Dogecoin. I mean, the prices are going crazy right now. This shows us that there is a lot of hype in there already, and it has just even started. So, Patrick, why don't you start from the beginning, and then we see where the chat maybe has a couple of questions and so on.
Yes, of course. So then let's start. No, at first I will just like talk couple of minutes, generally speaking. So first of all, let's talk about the idea behind it. So the idea behind it is an idea which Richard himself had before he came out with something better, before he came out with Hex. So in 2019, the year before Hex started, or even 18, Richard was thinking about making a better Bitcoin. That was also the reason why Hex initially, like the whole year of 2000, nearly the whole year of 2019, was still called Bitcoin Hex. And that was also the reason why Hex initially was given for free for Bitcoin holders and not like for Ethereum holders, for example. And Hex Info, the founder of Pulse Dogecoin and of Pulse Bitcoin, is a day one Hexican as well, and also watched Richard way before Hex started. So he was quite familiar with the ideas Richard mentioned back then, and he made it to his own goal that he will program a so to speak better Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. Why on the Ethereum network? Because the Ethereum network is really what crypto is supposed to be. Decentralized, no downtime, no middleman, stable coins on chain, and that you don't need to use a middleman in order to be your own bank. And Ethereum is more superior than, for example, the Binance Smart Chain, because I don't know if you heard the news 2 weeks ago, Binance Smart Chain got hacked and had downtime. So that's something which shouldn't happen for a blockchain, and nobody could could swap, for example, on Binance Smart Chain for a little while. That's like the thing, the why. So like, why should we even bother like with something like Pulse Bitcoin, which just like combines two familiar sounding names and does something with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. I saw a tweet by Pulse Bitcoin, and he said he was still in high school when Bitcoin actually came out, right? And you would need to have really expensive hardware equipment, so not everybody was able to mine. Even in the old days, but now he is out there and made it his own goal to make a better Bitcoin. And when we go onto the site, and I think you have it prepared already, then we will see exactly this marketing strategy of Hex Info when it comes to Pulse Bitcoin, where he clearly states that, hey, look, Bitcoin is outdated, and he programmed a better Bitcoin. And I think the marketing that he's using here, the point of view that he's using is really, really good, because it goes way beyond the meme narrative, right? Because now we actually have game theory involved here as well. And later on, we will talk about ASICs miner as well. So, Patrick, I'm really excited to learn more from you. So go on.
Okay, all right, then let's start with the screen share. And what I have for you at first is the PDF, the white paper PDF. And with this white paper PDF, let's scroll through it a little bit, and with the help of the paper that you can have something visual as well. I guess the explanation is pretty easy. So like problems and solution, we already have that. You can read that later. But let's start here with mining. So Pulse Bitcoin can be mined into existence just like Bitcoin, except instead of using expensive mining hardware known as application-specific integrated circuits, ASIC miners, and electricity, Pulse Bitcoin exclusively uses software, the ASIC tokens, which stands for application-specific internet currency, and time. So there is no hardware required. Just lock one or more ASIC tokens for 30-day intervals and get rewarded Pulse Bitcoin. And that's also, it is really that simple. So there are a few special things in the first 30 days, and there is a second special thing only in the first 60 days. But after the first 2 months, it will always be that you need to have ASIC tokens in order to mine Pulse Bitcoin, and that's it. And then you get until the first halving, you get a 7.5% reward on your ASIC miners. Here are network comparisons, like with the Bitcoin blockchain to the Ethereum blockchain and the Pulse chain network. Then
Patrick, since you're still at the beginning here, let me ask you a question.
Supply.
Because we have so many launches from other coins as well, and some claim to be fair. Would you say Pulse Bitcoin is a fair launch, since everybody can participate here actually?
Yeah,
and we are talking about the Hexicans that are participating for free anyways. But when it comes to actually putting money into this NFT, would you say
you can participate for free? So and yes, so don't go too far with your questions. Just keep it as it was, because yes, it's like the perfect way of launching in my point of view, because there is no pre-mine, there is no sacrifice phase, there is nothing which enriches the founder alone. Everybody has the same the same ground base, so to speak, and it's not that important if you are like a holder of Pulse Dogecoin or not. So if you're not a holder of Pulse Bitcoin, not a holder of Pulse Dogecoin, you can still like go into this new system of Pulse Bitcoin.
And you were talking about the ASICs miner. There are two periods, right? A 30-day period and a 60-day period. Can you get into that really quick? Like, what are those two different periods, and why is it like this?
Wait a little bit, because like those two different periods don't have too much to do with the ASIC miners. Yeah.
All right, I see. Okay.
So let's stick to the white paper. So as Bitcoin, we will reach a pulse Bitcoin supply of maximum 21 million, and yeah, Bitcoin versus pulse Bitcoin comparison, and here is like the halvening comparison. For the mass guys, they can like look at this, for example, but for every other person out there, pulse Bitcoin halvening cycle, a few months to a few years. 2 stars, the halvening frequency is determined by the number of ASIC tokens used to mine pulse Bitcoin. All right. What does that mean? That means that the more ASIC tokens are actively mining pulse Bitcoin, the faster a new halvening will occur. For the first term, it's we will see. It could be 5 months. Most people are more thinking about 7 to 9 months, and Paul and the founder himself, Hexinfo himself, said he will have a more clear estimate of that once the first 30 days are over. So once the first pulse Bitcoin come into existence. Here is the breakdown of the calc as well, of the calculation. And here are the comparisons as well. So how does Bitcoin reach its 21 million maximum supply? It was that in the first cycle, 50%, so 10.5 million Bitcoin were being mined. Then like the only half of that, half of that, half of that, half of that. That's like the halvening. So also the amount of coins which are able to mine after a halvening cuts in half, and the amount of reward you get per block reward is also like cut it in half. That's like how Bitcoin works. And since the last halvening, after the third halvening, what Bitcoin had in May 2020, we are already over 94% of the 21 million total supply, but it is expected that it's only be reachable after 2100, so 2136, and in the year 2136 to reach the 21 million total supply. And here is the pulse Bitcoin supplies halvenings. And here we see like the mining reward rate. Mining reward rate is a monthly mining reward rate. And it means that for one ASIC miner mined for 1 month, you would get 0.075 pulse Bitcoin. Or the other way around, if you want to mine one full pulse Bitcoin per month, you would need a little bit more than 13 ASIC miners running. And for the ASIC miners, there is a mining fee. So after your term is completed, you will get your ASIC tokens back minus right now the 0.25% of a fee. And this fee cuts in half, and the reward also cuts in half, as with Bitcoin as well. And the amount mineable also gets halved down. The halvenings in pulse Bitcoin will occur faster than it is with Bitcoin. So the 32 halvenings will definitely take more than 150 years. So like, sorry, I said more, less than with Bitcoin. So we don't have an expectation, but it will be faster than it is with Bitcoin.
Well, faster than it is with Bitcoin is really subjective, because for Bitcoin it takes like 140 more years to actually reach a top. But do you estimate that it's going to be quicker with Pulse Bitcoin?
Yeah. The halvenings will be faster than with Bitcoin, meaning that Pulse Bitcoin will reach the 21 million faster.
And I guess for me,
but also like
since
30 years or something like that. maybe more.
Since it's expected as TBD, which is to be determined, right? When would be the first halving? What could that be for a date? Is it years or is it months from now?
It's less than a year.
All right. And then I guess
So I can tell you that's for sure. So less than a year, I can tell you for sure. Yeah.
all right. So what else is there?
But it doesn't matter really if it's like in 6, in 7, in 9 months. It's what matters is to start as early as possible.
Well, you want to start I am mining Bitcoin as early as possible, just to have as many as possible, right?
Yeah, because only in the first term you can mine as much as possible. Only until the first halvening you get to mine 50% of the whole total supply. And after 2 halvenings, for example, there are 87.5% of all pulse Bitcoin already mined. So in this term, you want to have as much miners running as possible.
And I think that's why it's so important for the everybody in the community to watch our stream right now to get their strategy right. Because I can imagine, Patrick, it is with the right strategy that you are able to accumulate as much pulse Bitcoin as possible, right?
Yeah, I mean, accumulate or mine. Accumulate for me is buying.
All
And
right.
in that case, the goal is to mine as much as possible. Actually, as you can see, so like the halvenings are like a few months to a few years. It is less than a year for the first halvening. I mean, like I'm like 89, 98% sure. And after the first 2 halvenings, there is not much new pulse Bitcoin created. So your goal should be that in this time, you are the guy who is mining as much pulse Bitcoin as possible, but also not like selling it, because after that time, nearly no more pulse Bitcoin come out. So especially after this time, the pulse Bitcoin price should rise significantly.
So you see, with Pulse Bitcoin, it is way beyond the meme narrative. It is actually with game theory behind it that it will drive up the price in the future. So I'm thinking about that for sure. So what else is there about mining? You see here already inclusive mining.
Yeah. So how does the mining work? To mine here is like the comparison between Bitcoin and Pulse Bitcoin. With Pulse Bitcoin, you don't need any of this, only the ASIC tokens and time. You just lock up 1 or more ASIC tokens for 30-day intervals to start mining. Doing this is referred as mining. And here you have like a simplified mining. What is that graph picture?
Yeah.
And I will show you the depth in the next step after the explanation as well, that you can see it. So it's just you have your ASIC tokens, you deposit those ASIC tokens in the contract, you have a 30-day lock time, and then you get to collect your ASICs minus fee plus all the pulse Bitcoin. But what you need to do is you need to come back every 30 days. So you cannot just like set it and forget it, because there is also there is also like something in it which is mirroring the maintenance of your miners. So that means that with a real life mining operation, you also have to maintain your miners and run like updates, for example. So every 30 days, you need to come back, collect your pulse Bitcoin, and re-mine with your ASIC tokens in order to continue. So there is nothing like automated. And you have a 30-day period, a 30-day grace period. So with HEX, you have 14 days without a penalty, and here you have 30 days without a penalty. The penalties I will explain a little later. Yeah. There is just like a comparison with DeFi, then smart contracts. So just a side note, Pulse Bitcoin is fully audited, no major issues found by the audit, and is admin key, a smart contract with no admin keys, which is also approved by the Pulse Police guys.
It's funny that you mentioned that right now because I know you have not seen it. I just put it onto the screen as well. Pulse Police has made a tweet about Pulse Bitcoin. They looked into it and they say no red flag. And here you can see the tweet from Pulse Police.
Yeah, I wrote it in the Telegram chat. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, security is also like a big thing for the founder. That's why he waited until the audit was finished, and then uh, he started it. Here you also see like code audit, scalability, network scalability. There's like just some speak about Ethereum, and then like Pulse chain as well. Here is a little bit about adoption. You can read it by your own. Environment impact, because it's like way cleaner, because you don't pollute the environment, because you don't need so much electricity. Blockchain comparison. Yeah, here, Pulse Bitcoin. Pulse Bitcoin mining is completely separated from network block reward mining. So it has nothing to do that you get a reward after every Ethereum block or after every Bitcoin block. That's separated from each other. Pulse Bitcoin mining only requires you to lock up ASIC tokens for 30-day intervals. Yeah, what we already had before. This mechanism just requires time, which honestly is the most valuable human resource we have. And the best part, it does not cause pollution. To clarify, Pulse Bitcoin will live on a cleaner network and reward users for mining their valuable time through a non-polluting reward process. That is what is referred to as a win-win. And now let's go to the real talk. So that was a little bit more explanation, and also already the explanation how to calculate your mining rewards. So before the first halving, it is your ASIC tokens times 7.5%, and the number which you get out is the number of Pulse Bitcoin you will be able to mine in 1 month. You will no, I'm sorry. I cannot show you the last details of the debt because I only have one account, and I would like to really show that for the German community. I'm sure there are other English streamers who are making a show the debt in English.
Yes, 100%. I have Rest to Riches prepared for that actually right now. Just to share that, it's funny that you mentioned those things already before I even show that. Let me show that really quick here on the screen. Oh, no, you go ahead and do that. We will show my things that I found about Pulse Bitcoin right after you've done with reading the white paper here.
So what will never change when it comes to Pulse Bitcoin is that you always will need ASIC token to mine Pulse Bitcoin. And now the big question is like how to get those ASIC token, right? And there are 3 ways to get them, but 2 out of the 3 ways are time limited. The third way will always be there. That is just buying ASIC tokens on Uniswap. Doing that, you just go to Pulse Bitcoin, connect your wallet with the dApp, go to the mine section, and there it will tell you that you don't have any ASIC tokens, and then you see a button buy ASIC on Uniswap. You click it, and you get transferred automatically to the right Uniswap front end. And then about the other 2 options, how to get ASIC token. The first option, which is only available in the first 30 days, is that you can take other cryptocurrencies, namely USDC, USDT, DAI, wrapped ETH, HEX, or Hedron, to create an NFT. Kind of the same like you did it in the beginning of ICOSA with the so-called WOTSA NFTs. So here you can also mine NFT, and every dollar you put into your NFT represents one ASIC token. And those ASIC tokens you can redeem. So you can like um, redeem ASIC tokens for the NFTs after an initial 30-day lockup period. But after that, there is like no maximum or something like that. So after 30 days, you can redeem it, but you don't need to redeem it. And there is one thing why you might not want to redeem it. Because with every halvening, you will get 1x more as a multiplier on your ASIC tokens. So the form, let's say you put now 1,000 USDC in such an NFT. This 1,000 USDC are worth 1,000 points. And if we then wait after the third halvening, for example, we will get our 1,000 points times 4x of a multiplier. So it's like points times halvening plus 1.
All right.
And that means that after the third halvening, I would have for every 1 point, not only one ASIC token, already 4 ASIC tokens. My personal strategy is more towards having ASIC tokens actively mining. Because as I told you before, in the first few terms, the most tokens will be mined. And my goal is to have as much tokens mined after those first halvenings. So
So
my goal
basically,
is
what
not really to hold on for those NFTs for a very long time, because holding on for those NFTs for a very long time is, in my point of view, just a speculation of the price appreciation of the ASIC token. And I personally, I'm my own bank, and I would like to put my money to work, and that's why I will put all my ASIC token to work.
So from what I've seen, the game theory here is to make the halvenings make pulse Bitcoin more scarce, right? And it also makes the ASIC miner more scarce, and therefore pulse Bitcoin will get more scarce in the future. And do you think people will now make like maybe little NFTs that they keep for longer terms? Maybe they use their financial energy right now to put it into the ASICs, right, and redeem it right away after 30 days, but maybe keep a small portion of the NFTs for the second, third, and fourth halvening. Don't you think this could be a good strategy as well?
Only if you believe in a huge price appreciation of the ASIC token, in my point of view. Why? Now, launch, we we are you can mint 50% of the 21 million Pulse Dogecoins. After the first halvening, you can still mint about 5 million coins of the total supply of 21 million. And if you hold the NFT after the first halvening, you get double the ASIC coins. So you still have like the same mining power. But then after the second halvening, you only have 25%. You already have like two halvenings. So it's like the 10.5 million, the 5.250,000 million, and then another times halved. So that makes like only 25%. If I halve twice, I have 25%. But I only get 3x of ASIC tokens, not like 4x of ASIC tokens. So if I hold it after the second halvening, I have like 3 times the amount of ASICs than initially, but I have less mining power than if I would have started right away, or if I would have waited only until the first halving.
All right, I see what you're saying. So let's go on with the white paper here.
Okay, so that was the first special thing with the NFTs, and again, so the NFTs are called ATM. Yeah, that's their name. 30-day lockup period, and then whenever you want to. And what else? Yeah, and the ATM. So like this NFT is only representing ASIC tokens. It is not representing or mining any Pulse Bitcoin. And that's also like an important point to understand.
So when you redeem it after
And
30 days, what
yeah.
you get is the ASICs, right?
Yes. You only
And
get
then
ASICs. You never get Pulse Bitcoin for an ATM NFT.
Exactly. And then the idea is to put your ASICs to work. You can lock it up again for 30 days periods, right? And we will get into that, I think,
Yeah.
now as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then a little bit more up, because there are two ways of creating new ASIC tokens. So ASIC tokens, creating them is only possible with the NFTs in the first 30 days. Like ASIC token minus ATMs first 30 days. Yeah. And then here is like a point. Yeah. This sentence is like the least well-written written sentence in the whole thing. But yeah, whatever. So I need like 5 minutes for this one sentence in order that you can all understand it. Yeah. Two ways of creating the ASIC tokens. The first way, the NFTs, only in the first 30 days possible. So in 31 days from now, you will not be able to create a new NFT. And it's a great opportunity, because for every dollar you put in, you get 1 point. And as of, I don't know right now, but as of yesterday, one of those ASIC tokens was already trading at $1.80. So if that stays there, you can easily make 80% in a month, double your money in a month. So I like those NFTs a lot. And then the second way, so two different ways. The second way is transforming Pulse Dogecoin. And now now we have like the connection with Pulse Dogecoin. And I need to say honestly, at first I was a little sad, because I thought there will be more, so it will be more beneficial if I have like a lot of Pulse Dogecoins. But now understanding the whole thing, I like it that there is like just for the first 60 days an advantage when it comes to be part of the Pulse Bitcoin system with Pulse Dogecoin.
Can you dig a little bit deeper in what is the little advantage that you have with your Pulse Pulse Dogecoin? What can you do with your Pulse Dogecoin right now?
Yeah, so you have the option only in the first 60 days that you can transform one Pulse Dogecoin into 5 of those ASIC tokens. And then you can start mining right away. Because as I told you, the NFT has an initial lockup period of 30 days. So there are no ASIC tokens right away if you go that route. And if you want to have Pulse Bitcoin in its first months, then you need to either buy the ASIC tokens, or if you are, for example, a holder of Pulse Dogecoin, you can transform one Pulse Dogecoin for 5 ASIC tokens only in the first 60 days. And by doing that, you are burning the Pulse Dogecoins. So the Pulse Dogecoin, they don't get to another address or something like that. They really get burned out of existence.
And since you're talking about the burning right now, let me bring up my screen share, because I have Wolverine here saying 2 million post Dogecoin has been burned. That's 33.5% of the total supply. Welcome to the Babe Ruth rare collectible of hype deflation meme token. I think that is amazing. 33% already burned. I mean, this just shows the hype is there. People want to know about Pulse Bitcoin. They want to burn their Pulse Dogecoin. They are all behind this project. So that's really, really exciting. So Patrick, let me bring up your white paper again, and let's see what else is there to explore.
You brought up a good point, what I need to address here. Back to the why. Should I be part of that or not? There is one big initial question which you need to ask yourself. And that is, do you want to interact with the blockchain on a monthly basis? And if your answer is no, then you don't want to be part of the Pulse Bitcoin system, because here you have to do everything every month. Otherwise, you will lose a lot if you just play like set it and forget it. I will come to that. So if you don't want to do something on a monthly basis, which is, for example, the case with the wallets from my little nieces and nephews in my family. And they have HEX Stakes, and that's why they got Pulse Dogecoin for free. And those Pulse Dogecoin will just stay there. And once their 15-year HEX Stake is done, I will just look at the Pulse Doge price chart and let's see if there is still value there or not. So that's like still a long-term hold for me. In my private portfolio with my own Pulse Dogecoins, I burned 80%. And I would recommend, if you want to play it, if you want to be part of Pulse Bitcoin, our official KSB. Well, my recommendation, because Mars has like a little different point on that, because he likes the dogs a lot. My recommendation is like 80 to 100%. If you have a lower volume, then you can go with the 100%. Then you should consider going with the 100%. And that is what I will show today in the German stream, but what I will show live today as well, because with the onboarding account we got 12 Pulse Bitcoin, and there I will just burn all of them and go into Pulse Bitcoin.
So,
why am I doing that?
What is interesting
the question would be
people,
like, why?
Yeah, okay. Answer the why.
Yeah.
Why are you going all in with this account?
Because you get essentially like a 2-for-1. So I get, for my Pulse Dogecoin, I get the ASIC token. But with the ASIC token, I get Pulse Bitcoin without losing the ASIC token. So I get like 2 coins for 1. And I'm pretty sure that over time, Pulse Bitcoin will rise maybe better in price than Dogecoin. And that's why I think that you can easily, maybe not easily, but I think that you can get your Pulse Dogecoins back when nobody wants to talk about Pulse Dogecoin, when nobody wants to have it, maybe not at lower prices than today. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. But you get a 2-for-1, and that's, for example, if Pulse Bitcoin goes up in price in its first few months, and you are one of the few ones who is actively mining it, and maybe in 4 or 5 months there is not much more interest in Pulse Dogecoin, because people are like just looking at Pulse Bitcoin and have like other crypto in mind again, then it might be easy to do to just trade some Pulse Bitcoin back for Pulse Doge and get your Pulse Doge back.
But this is already deep into the strategy here. We are not there yet. That's all in the future. Right now, we want to discuss a little bit more about the mining here, right? So the ASIC token. I have one question from Nate Stake, and maybe we can answer that, and that will lead us into the next segment here. He is asking: is there any penalties for missing the 30-day unlock period and unstaking your mining ASIC tokens?
Yes, there is. And thanks for the question. That was like the next thing on the list. I'm just
So to sum up,
here, yeah, not here.
You want to earn Pulse Bitcoin by staking your your ASIC tokens, right? And have them mine for you for 30 days. And then if you would not end your stake, basically, end your mining operation, what would happen, Patrick?
What was the last? What would happen? If I don't end my mining operation, what would happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So during the mining operation, during this time, a user cannot withdraw the ASIC token, so they are locked for the 30-day until at least the 30-day mining period is completed. Once the 30-day mining period is completed, meaning the user waited 30 full days, the user then has the following 30 days to end the end mining button. Like in HEX, you have 14 days of not losing anything. Here you have 30 days, 1 month to not lose anything, which performs the operation of closing out the miner. So that is like the end mining button. What it does, it closes out the miner and minting both the user's deposited ASIC tokens minus the mining fee, yeah, which is paid in ASIC, and the mining reward in the form of Pulse Bitcoin from the contract. So every 30 days, every time you completed a 30-day term, you have another 30 days to come back and end this operation. Obviously, the best strategy is like come right after the 30 days are completed and restart them right away. But now let's talk about the penalties. So what happens if I don't come back? If a user fails to end their mining operations during the 30-day end mining period, which is 61 days until 61 days after the initial mining start, they will forfeit, so lose their Pulse Bitcoin reward completely and lose half, so 50% of their ASIC token used for that specific mining operation. And that is happening if somebody else in the network, after a miner has expired, so after this 61 days from initial mining start, a miner expires, and after a miner has expired, anyone in the world can run the good accounting function, which will end a specific expired it's only possible for expired, yeah, a specific expired mining operation. This cleanup function will remove those ASIC tokens from the Pulse Bitcoin smart contract, like from the actively where the ASICs are like actively mining, reward the caller of the good accounting function with half of that ASIC. Now we need to talk a little bit. That's like one really, really beautiful detail in the code. For example, there is no bounty, there is nothing, no reward if I run the good accounting function in the HEX system. But there is a huge reward if I run the good accounting function on an expired stake in the Pulse Bitcoin system. Because if I run this function, yes, I need to pay a little bit of a fee, way less than the good accounting function for long stakes in HEX. And doing that, I get rewarded with 50% of those ASIC coins. So if like somebody forgets about his mining operation worth 1,000 ASIC coins, I can scoop 500 ASIC coins for free. That's nice. Send the remaining half to the original address that started the mining operation. So the user who is forgot about it will still get 50% of your ASIC of his or of its ASIC tokens back. So it's also not like that the user loses everything. The user only uses the Pulse Bitcoin reward of that period and 50% of its of the ASIC tokens, and sends the remaining half to the origin that started the mining operation and burn the Pulse Bitcoin reward. So if this miner, let's do the math really quick. So if he had a 1,000 ASIC tokens and is for in the before the first halvening, so times 0.075, he would make 75 pulse Bitcoin with that. So if a miner until the first halvening forgets about the mining operation, and in that example, the volume is 1,000 ASIC tokens, 75 pulse Bitcoin would be burned effectively. That's cool. So that means that pulse Bitcoin will never reach 21 million of total supply because there will be at least one one miner who will forget about his miner. I'm sure about it.
And just because it is possible, people will forget about it, right? I mean, I've seen it in Hex all the time where I thought like, okay, who would ever forget about their stakes? And then just recently, I forgot about one of my stakes as well. So it will just happen just because it is possible. Patrick, and I've comment here in the chats from War Ants, and he's saying NFA, but this will bring a lot of adoption to Hex ecosystem and Pulse chain. What do you think about that?
I mean, for Hex, I'm not sure. For Hex, I'm really not sure. For the Pulse chain ecosystem, yes, of course, because it, in my point of view, it will be one primarily coin on the Pulse chain network. Yes.
So, Patrick,
Pulse
here
Bitcoin.
another question from Black Hexagon here. So, could someone on the first day it becomes available run the good accounting just before I do? Would that be possible?
Yeah, so that is possible. Yeah, you could get front runs, but again, the good accounting function only pops up for already expired miners. So for you yourself, that doesn't. And if you yourself, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Yeah, I mean, if you forget about it for 30 days and like nearly before the next day ticks over and you are running it on your own address in the dApp, of course, no penalties for you. But if the day already ticks over, it is a race against those people who are watching or who are watching expired miners. Yes. And if you're somehow lucky and you are the first person ending your own expired stake, which is just like doesn't make sense in reality, then yes, you would get 50% of the ASIC tokens to your address, and 50% of the ASIC token to the address you used to run the good accounting function with, but you would still lose the Pulse Bitcoin mining reward. But yeah, that's like that's, I guess now 50% of the audience is more
Confused than it was before. So let me sum
more
up again.
yeah.
If you put your ASIC miners to work, you have to lock it up for 30 days. Not even you can touch it in this period. After those first 30 days, now you have the time to unlock the mining operation and redeem your ASICs, but also Pulse Bitcoin. If you do not do
Yes.
that, you have 30 days where you can do that. After those 30 days, somebody else can use the good accounting function, which then occur in a 50% penalty of your ASICs. You will lose all your Bitcoin that you mined in this period, and also 50% of the ASICs will go to the person that good accounted for you. But I think there's a 30 days grace period here. In Hex, we have 2 weeks. I think you mentioned that and had the comparison here. So I think it is pretty fair here in Pulse Bitcoin to give 30 days. I think this should reduce the amount of people that actually forget about it. But Patrick, we said it before, it will happen for sure, just because people are just forgetting, I guess.
Yeah, so yesterday was the first day, so you could have started like your ASIC miner yesterday. Then you need to wait full 30 days, and after the 30th day, um, the mining ends, and you can withdraw your ASIC tokens minus the little fee and the Pulse Bitcoin. And in order to do that, you have up to another 30 full days to end it. Strategy-wise, it is best to end it on the day when it's possible to end, and put it to work, remine with it right away. Because I mean, that's my goal, you know, in the next 2 years or something like that, maybe 3, I will focus on mining as much pulse Bitcoin as possible.
And
And
Patrick,
if you don't end it in 30 days, then the penalty period starts.
And then the penalty period starts. Are you done with this? Because I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
So, Patrick, we have just seen the post from Wolverine, right? 3 million pulse Dogecoin already burned. Those people got ASIC tokens. And what is the big advantage of putting your ASIC token to work right away? Because we have a lot of whales here, I guess, in Pulse Bitcoin now that are putting their ASICs to work right away. Do we have even a number already on how many staked the ASICs?
I'm not aware of this number, no.
Because I mean, it's a huge success that 3 million Pulse Dogecoin got burned, and it would just be interesting to me to see what are the Pulse Bitcoin people doing with all the ASICs they are accumulating right now.
Therefore, you would need to watch the blockchain. You see every transaction going through Etherscan. But there is like not a front end yet, which is beautifully showing you stats of a newly forming cryptocurrency. It's like
But I think
you remember like the Hex front end in the beginning. There was not even a calendar there to stake.
yes, but I expect to see all of those numbers in the future when it comes to Pulse Bitcoin as well. So Patrick,
Yeah,
let's go on with the white paper
also
here.
think so.
What else is there to see?
What else is there to see? So we are actually through it. So that was it. So now I would be open for questions. And what I would like to show you first is the dApp itself, because I also think it's a really good user interface, easy to understand and so on. So we just go to pulsebitcoin.com. We see mining dApp and smart contracts are live. We can press this button, we can press here the mine button, whatever. And then it brings us to the pulsebitcoin.app, to the dApp decentralized application. And here we can say connect wallet, MetaMask, this one. And here we go.
I have a comment here from War Ends, and obviously this is all speculation at this point, and he's saying also ASICs could be used for other things than Pulse Bitcoin. A hint could be Litecoin, for example, right? And I have mentioned that in the beginning of our stream. Pulse Litecoin is something that is in the talks as well, and might be something in the future. But right now we are talking about Pulse Bitcoin, and you have the app here for us. It looks really beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. So here in the top right, we see like how much Pulse Dogecoin we have in our wallet, or ASICs, or Pulse Bitcoin. What you can do here right away is you can press the ASIC button, and that's how you can add the token really easy in your MetaMask. And you can press Pulse Bitcoin button, and that's how you can add the Pulse Bitcoin easily to your wallet. You see that here you are connected, and here in the middle you have the 3 things we talked about. Let's start on the left. Here you have the ASIC token miners. Let's see how that looks like here. It looks good. Just maximize that. Yeah, better.
And you can zoom in just a little bit.
Yeah, can I? Let's see.
Just a little bit. Yeah, that's already too much. Yeah, that's okay. Here we go.
Okay. All right. So here in the details, you see again like an example. I don't go over that again. You can read on your own. Here I can select the tokens, and as I told you, USDC, USDT, DAI, REPTs, HEX, or Hedron. David, can you hear me still?
I can hear you, yeah. I hear you, and we also see you.
Okay, because okay. because like on my left laptop it needed forever to update.
Well, we see still that it's loading the ticker symbols.
Do you have any issues right now?
Well, it seems that
Yeah,
your
okay,
screen share is
it's still
frozen.
loading them on my side as well, and I don't know like why.
Oh. Yeah, but besides
No,
that,
it's
it's not
not.
frozen.
Like on my side, it was the same thing. Yeah, it's just like it's just loading forever. But yeah, here are the assets, and then you just put in the amount you want. I just make an example USDC. Yeah, it shows you the balance you have in your account, and then you can just put, for example, 1,000 things, and then the first thing, in order to make an ATM NFT, you need to approve the amount you want to put in. You can approve for the dApp if you want to make more NFTs than just one. You only need to approve once the unlimited amount. If you only want to create one NFT, you approve only once the exact amount. I'm not doing it right now. I'm just like going one step further in order to show you what the MetaMask is showing you. And what I can see right now, I guess we have pretty high fees right now. That's true, no? Yeah, we have pretty high fees right now. And those kind of transactions, which is not a swap from one currency to another currency, you can go on edit here. I mean, it's German, but editieren, edit, it's pretty. And here again, like um, how is it called in English? Help me, Abe. It's
I
erweiterte
don't know
Optionen.
what, like advanced options.
Yeah, thanks. And then you go in advanced options, and then you see like three numbers. You see the gas limit, you see weight, and here you see 105. So blockchain going crazy right now. And I mean, one option is you just wait a little bit, and another option is you go on Etherscan. You look it up, like what is the low way right now. But that's crazy right now. That's like 70. So if you have a little bit of more time, let's say like till tomorrow, then you just put here 20, and then you're good. So, like for example, yesterday we were around 40 Gwei, but it also went down to 20 once or once in a while. And a proof should not cost you more than $2. And the minting of the NFT, that is a little bit more expensive. That was with 40 Gwei yesterday already over $10. So with the Gwei right now, with the fees right now, that would be $20 in Ethereum. But just keep in mind, mining the NFT is the heaviest operation. So that is about, I don't want to say any numbers because it might be that the Gwei go down to 5 tomorrow, yeah, Saturday, and then it's like a 75% discount. So compared to right now, or like only 10% of the money you needed right now. So Ethereum fees are more volatile than the most volatile cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you have said that already a lot of times in the past. It's crazy how the fees make the blockchain unoperatable sometimes. It's a shame. But Pulsechain will solve this. I'm really, really excited for that. Okay, Patrick. So this is creating the ASICs token here, how to use HEX UCC and other tokens as well to create them. Little excursion here on how to do
The
it.
NFTs,
And then,
yes.
The NFTs. And then when you have created one in 30 days, then you can use those NFTs to create ASICs miner, right?
Exactly, yeah. So when you create one, you see them there at actives, and then you have here like an actions button, which says redeem. And if you click it right away, it tells you you can only do that in 30 days. And like in 30 days, it will just give you the ASIC tokens. And you see also like how much ATMs you have, how much points your ATMs have, how much your share of the global ATM points is, and the multiplier, which just will go up with every halvening. And as of right now, which is not even 24 hours after launch, we already have 377,000 points, which means 377,000 US dollars in form of crypto already minted an ATM NFT.
All right, that's interesting. It seems to be really high as well, right? And this was only in the first 24 hours. I'm really excited to see how this will play out during the next 30 days.
Yeah, and then here the second option you have is the, I don't want to put the dog over my face. So, the second option you have is that you can transform your Pulse Doge into ASICs. And here again, yeah, here my wallet is connected. I have 12 Pulse Doge in the onboarding account because we have one stake in there. And there you see it would give me 60 ASIC tokens. And there at first I need to approve the amount. And in the next step, I need to swap it. And as the fucking blockchain fees are going nuts today again, I will approve this amount right now that I can really show my German audience in 2 hours how to actively convert them. Because now with that, I will go down to I will go down to 40 and I will do this.
You see already Hexline here doing the transaction because our German stream on
No, I don't
Kryptosparbuch,
do the transaction. I just do the approve.
the approve, that's what I mean, the first transaction in order to do all of that, because in 1 hour, Patrick, in 55 minutes, actually, we have our German stream already, not in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are almost done here as well.
And what I definitely want to do as well is to look at dex.screener, because what we have now is we have another ticker symbol, right? Of the ticker symbol that you were just explaining, the ASICs token. And this is really interesting because if you put in your Pulse Dogecoin into the transform here and you get 5 ASICs, it is really interesting to see here now what is the price of these ASICs. And I think I've seen it going up and down already a lot in the last couple of hours. And now, there is the question, like, is there even a boundary between Pulse Dogecoin and the ASICs token, since you get 5 ASICs for 1 Pulse Doge? I think the price is actually accelerating around this worth of Pulse Dogecoin right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So, like, a price of 155 would mean a 7.5 or a 7 point. Help me. Yeah, more than 7.5. So like a $10 Pulse Bitcoin would like reflect more or less a $2 ASIC token, or a $2 ASIC token might reflect a $10 PLSD.
Okay. So now we see it is only 24 hours old. We have 67K in liquidity here in already. And Patrick, what can you tell
actually,
us?
that's a good liquidity. It just one thing about that liquidity, yeah, that was on the biggest, highest point, more or less. That was like the liquidity on the proof of work Ethereum fork, and right now it's like just 20% of that amount, or even less. So that's already a pretty good liquidity. I haven't thought that it is like that, and it is also. But there are way more pulled ASICs, interestingly. So yeah, one could like look up the liquidity profile, because it's like only 17,000 USDC. So there are like people already putting like one-sided liquidity position, as it looks like.
And War ends the same.
And yeah, War ends. Yeah, he is like making the math for me.
The calculation 7.75 PLSD equals 5 ASICs, and an ASIC is with 1.55 here.
Exactly. And you see like in the screen share the ASIC token price, and now let's switch to the PLSD price, and then we see like 7.67. So it's like nearly around that what we calculated, and it it kind of moves to there or around there because there is obviously a little arbitrage opportunity if the uh, because if the ASIC token shoots up significantly, but the Pulse Dogecoin doesn't, then you could buy Pulse Dogecoin, transform it for 5 ASICs, and sell the 5 ASICs for more money than before.
So that's an interesting play. But have you seen it play out this way already? We have seen the highest price of the
Yes,
ASICs was.
we have seen it because look at it. So we had like 162, and
Yeah,
then
Patrick.
it went down to 155. And when I
Unfortunately, Patrick, you are lagging a little bit, so you'd probably have to restart from what you were saying because I have not understood it at all. And now I think you are not with us anymore. Please give us a feedback in the chat here. Is Patrick still with us? I'm also reading the private chat here. Patrick says that his internet is laggy a little bit. Right now he is out, so let me remove us from the stream. And
I'm out.
no,
I'm
yeah, now
out.
I hear you again. Now you're in again. So this was just in the private chat.
Yeah, then
Let me
can you
put that
end the
here.
screen share? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, thanks.
I ended everything. You are ready to go in a couple of seconds. And then we have a couple of more minutes to discuss post Bitcoin. And this is now the time for you to like and subscribe and also put down your questions that you have about post Dogecoin and post Bitcoin. And then we have a couple more hours here with our viewers to share all those informations. Patrick, what are you most excited about? What do you say about the future of post Bitcoin? And how do you think everything will play out in the next 30 days and next 60 days? You see, there are already a couple of days that we can look on when it comes to post Dogecoin and post Bitcoin. I mean,
Yeah, the
what will it
prices
do?
in the next 60 days, I have no idea.
I mean, it's crazy, right? You were just talking
I
about
have
the
I have like
arbitrage.
speculations, but you know there are like 5 different speculations, and I don't want to share all of them because then we won't be able to stream in 1 hour in
So let
German.
me ask you this question. You were just talking about the arbitrage opportunity. If the price of ASICs goes up, but of Postcoin it doesn't, then people can do those things where they buy Post Dogecoin and actually put it in and burn it
Yeah, I
again,
mean
right?
right now you cannot do any of those things because you need like fucking $20 for a Uniswap swap.
Well, that's true. It was just hypothetically. I want to say though, in the next 30 days, let's see how much more post Dogecoin gets burned, right? And let's see what is the price of ASICs, because I see there could be this possibility where just more and more post Dogecoin gets burned. And let's see where the price will move of post Dogecoin in the next couple of 30 days, let's say, because the price is really close to an all-time high with $8, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's see, and don't ask me what will the price do, Patrick.
Well, obviously, we will not ask you, Patrick, but maybe we can ask the chat. Everybody in the chat could maybe
You are
put in their
always
numbers. What
asking me, bro. You're always
and you do
asking me
not
like
and you
as
do not want
pretty
to participate.
specifically.
Do not want to participate in any price speculation anymore? I have to accept that. So let's see what the chat is saying, because I mean the post Deutsch community is really active. They're out there with their memes, and we have seen them all different kinds of numbers when it comes to speculation of post Dogecoin and post Bitcoin. And I think like we should give them a good objective on where could the price go. So let's see what the chat is saying here. Patrick, is there anything else that you want to share about post Dogecoin and post Bitcoin with our viewers here? Something that you are most
No,
excited
I
about?
guess I guess I guess we are good. So I guess we explained everything pretty good. What I will do personally, I already said, I already burned like tons of dogs yesterday, and my goal is to get as much ASIC tokens as possible to mine as much.
So unfortunately, you were lagging again. I cannot hear you anymore.
I was
Patrick,
out
just,
again.
yeah, start the
Yeah, I'm
sentence again.
sorry.
It seems to be working right
And
now.
I
Don't
don't know.
worry.
I don't know like how. I'm here with two laptops, and with one laptop I don't have problems, but with this laptop I don't have audio connected.
It's crazy. The technology will kill us one day. War Ants is saying the chat has been compromised by War Ants, and that's probably true. So, Patrick, if there's nothing else you want to share, there is something that I want to share because I have a big project coming out. KSB TV is proud to announce the documentary of the 5555 tour is coming out. The first episode on this Monday, right after our stream with Hexologist. And exclusively right now for all the people that are watching KSB right now, I want to play a little 30-second trailer that I have. It's just at the beginning of all the other episodes, and I think I want to share that right now. Let's do that, and then we will talk about it a little bit.
Hex has given me a great deal more hope than I ever had for being financially set in my life.
Hex gave me hope for the future for myself, for my children, for my financial stability, and that meant everything to me.
And so I found Richard Hart on YouTube one day by chance, and everything he said touched me.
So this is the content that you will see beginning from the next Monday, the Monday that is coming. First, we are on stream with Hexologist, have a great stream, and right after that, the premiere of the first episode will start. And I have a little perk here for all our members of YouTube. Now you can be a crew member of KSB TV here on YouTube, and this will give you specific perks. Of course, there are all the perks that you have, the specific chat things there, but there's one really cool thing going on, which is the content, and you are now able to watch before any other Hexicans. And right now, if you are a member, you can already watch all the episodes of the 5555 tour. So if you want to, just go ahead, sign up as a member, and then you can watch the documentary season 1 already in full length. I think this is a pretty cool perk, and this is why everybody should sign into the membership here for KSB TV. Hex Photos is saying, awesome. Yeah, I think it's a great project that we have here. The 5555 tour was a big success in the past, right? And now we are building it again with the post tour, and I'm excited to bring all this content out now. Because Patrick, we talked about Hex with so many people in the past, and we have everything on camera, right? So it's the perfect time right now to release this kind of content in the bear market before Pulse-Chain is out, and with those new coins and tokens that we have, like Pulse Dogecoin and Pulse Bitcoin. Really, really exciting times that we have. All right, so we have in 40 minutes, our German stream is going on. So don't forget to like and subscribe this stream. Subscribe also to KSB TV. That's where the documentary will come out, and you do not want to miss any of those videos. They're going to be so exciting. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we will be in the German stream in 40 minutes on Kryptosparbuch. Bye.
Exactly. Bye-bye, guys.